Hi guys, this is Al Gordon. I have a special guest today. We have Brandon with Little Louie Gift Shop, and the other one you said Sandy Toes. Now Sandy, like your toes in the sand, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Brandon, tell me a little bit about yourself and your business, and you know what's going on with you.
So I'm long-time Oceanside resident. I came from South Africa in the mid to late 90s as a professional bodyboarder. So I came over here to Oceanside. Custom X Bodyboards was my sponsor, and so they were here in the valley, in Oceanside Valley, and so I came. That's what basically brought me to America. And so basically after my career, I was sponsored by, which is right next door to us, the olden days Action Beach, now Asylum Surf Shop, which they are basically Asylum Surf, Asylum Skates, and the Sunglass Corner. And so they were one of my sponsors during my career. And so when I finished my career, I ended up becoming the general manager and went into business with, in essence, on a pathway to ownership with the owner of Asylum Surf Shop. Basically, we came to a point where it wasn't a really good position for me to be in. But at that stage, we were going to buy the gift store. I basically advised him to buy the gift store next door, which was Little Louie's gift store. And so I've known Rick and Louie, who owned Little Louie's gift store, which is the oldest gift store in Oceanside. So George Corbett, the owner of the Asylum Surf Shop, he ended up buying Little Louie's gift store. And then when he went to retire, he owed me some stuff, and so he came back to me and said, "Hey, would you like to buy Little Louie's from me?" And so we cut a really good deal, and that's how I got Little Louie's. But at this point, I'd actually joined the United States Coast Guard, and so I couldn't run it myself, but I had the money to buy it. So I contacted my mom and said, "Hey, do you want to own a gift store?" And so she's like, "I've always wanted to own a gift store, you know." Wow. So she is super amped. And so we got together and put our money together and bought the Little Louie's gift store in 2013. So we've owned it since 2013, and we've completely revamped that entire store. Little Louie's expanded out the back of the store, and basically turned it into the #1 gift store in Oceanside right now. Wow. So Little Louie's gift store is #1, and we've worked relentlessly. I eventually got out of the Coast Guard and then basically kind of went full time into doing that. We expanded it. We created the Treasure Box gift store, which is in the Sea Hive down in South Oceanside. And then we were kind of just doing well, and we wanted to expand out the back of Little Louie's, but to expand out the back, we would have to do some major construction work. So we were like, let's just find a new location, because we had all these new products we wanted to bring in. And so we created Sandy Toes gift store just up the road. Both stores, neither store has one thing that's in each other. So not one thing in Sandy Toes is in Little Louie's, and vice versa as well.
That's a serious background. Like you said bodyboarding competition?
So I was a professional bodyboarder for 15 years.
So that's not boogie boarding. Bodyboarding.
So bodyboarding is boogie boarding. I mean, boogie boarding is what basically everyone can do, and then there's a professional side to it with professionally made boards that are hand shaped and everything like that, just like a surfboard, just obviously with bodyboard materials. And so there's a whole industry of its own, a whole world tour and everything on that. So
you get the best of both worlds. You get the business and you got the ocean to go do your thing.
Yeah, Oceanside, that's what's so great about Oceanside. I mean, I could have chosen anywhere in the world to go, and I traveled the world. I've been to probably over 150 countries, and I love Oceanside. It's a weird thing. I've tried to live everywhere around the world in a way. Like I've been like, oh, this could be nice, but I always end up back in Oceanside.
So have you had to adjust your business since March?
Everything's gone haywire since March. So we closed as soon as the states basically ordered us to close all essential or non-essential businesses. So we basically closed our doors on the 20th of March, and unfortunately had to basically furlough and let all our employees go, which was really sad. Because this is what I keep telling people about this town, especially this area around here, where the way that things work here is, we basically go through the winter months, a lot of businesses losing money. So we lose money through the winter and make our money back in spring break, and then obviously in summer. Mm-hmm. Spring break gives us a little cash bump to buy our stock, in essence, to be able to go into summer and basically make our sales for the summer, which helps us survive through the winter. So now this basically happened in a worse time for our businesses here. So we, as most businesses, they say like nearly all small businesses in America, we have 30 days of cash supply for like emergency status. And so we had that emergency status, that 30 days of cash supply, but we had credited ourselves out to the max, putting in our own money from our savings. So my mother and I, basically, we had put in nearly all our savings money because we had started now the other store. And so we basically we were losing money through the winter, going, okay, come spring break, we're gonna, boom, get all our cash back. We'll be able to give ourselves our money back that we put in there. That was our cash saving, our reserves, in a sense, our safety cushion. We usually give ourselves that back, and then we start making money obviously in summer. And now this hits, so we are already tapped out. Right. So the whole thing was like, I don't know if you caught, but we were on the news lately because Bank of America basically took $13,000 from us and just wouldn't give it back. They double charged us on the credit card payment. Eventually, after the TV got a hold of them, they eventually paid us back. Wow. But that there basically it forced us to have to basically let go all our employees immediately because we had no money and we were already pretty much in the red. And so it was kind of like a tidal wave of then a tsunami over us of kind of terribleness. But so my mom and myself, we've like basically battened down the hatches. We've sold off anything that we can sell off. We've liquidated any kind of like savings or stuff that we've done just to try to help us survive, as well as, like a lot of people are like, oh man, like we're out of work and we're just at home. And I hear that from so many people, but my mom and I, we have never worked harder in our lives. That we're literally working like 14-hour days every single day, because what we're doing is we're putting everything online. So we've moved our entire business into an online business, and so we basically are a completely online business now, but it takes hours and hours to put stuff online, especially if you can't pay people to help you do it. So it's basically been myself, my dad, and my wife and my mom. The four of us have become like this team of online sellers, and I just actually walked down from Sandy Toes, and we've designed a new production line for shipping, because the orders actually it's really good now, because we have a lot of really amazing products. Like that's why we've survived against the big gift stores moving in on the street. San Diego Trading Company, Wings. I mean, these are huge companies. To compete with them is like almost impossible. They usually put out businesses that are on the same road that they're in around America, usually go out of business. So we basically, to compete, we had to create an amazing product, and so I think that's what's helped us online, is we got a lot of really unique stuff that people, like when they see it, they're interested to buy. So we're doing okay now. The problem is obviously margins with online sales. We really, truthfully, what we're really wanting to do is hire back our manager, who is like the general manager of the two stores. We want to really hire her back to help out on like the social media side of like pushing our product social media wise. But the problem is our cash reserves are so low, we basically just paying our debts, like just paying our debts. So we're really hoping that this whole PPP loan stuff gets solved, and that flipping Democrats and Republicans stop fighting between each other and come to a conclusion to help small business, because without those loans, I can't do anything. Like I don't even care if they just go, we'll give you a loan at a normal interest rate, as long as you can get the loans, because right now we can't get any loans because we're making no money, so no bank's going to give us money. So we desperately need the SBA to give us this money so that we can basically hire on another employee so that we can generate more sales,
If people were to order from you, would they? So
they can go, if they want to order from us, they can go to littlelouisgiftstore.com or sandytoesgiftstore.com, or oceansidesouvenirs.com. Really, if they type in Oceanside Souvenir, Oceanside Gift, we're the two top stores that come up. So if you go into Google and type in Oceanside Souvenirs, Oceanside Gifts, Sandy Toes and Little Louis Gift Store will come right up there if you can't remember the spelling of the whole thing. So we're kind of number 1 and 2 on Google. My name is Brandon Foster, and we're Oceanside Strong.